So hello and welcome to Military Mantra. In this interview, we have today Lieutenant Commander Jyotsana, who have served in Indian Navy as a logistic officer. And in this interview, we'll try to understand her journey of joining Indian Navy, life within Indian Navy as a logistic officer, and various life lessons that she has learned in her experience. So welcome, ma'am, and thank you for coming on this interview today.
Thank you so much for having me here, and I would share my experiences. I try my best to explain it in the simplest form for my defense aspirants. This is especially for the defense aspirants who are, trying to crack the SSB interview, and don the uniform. So here we go.
Ma'am, if you could tell us, how was your life before joining Fauj, and how did you decide to join Indian Navy? How did that happen?
Like any student, I would say, once you are out of your school, you're doing your graduation, but at the same time, you keep filling up those applications for government jobs, and you keep filling up forms, right? You want to appear for all exams because that is the time you're at your best. You're preparing for all competitive examination. Now, before joining Navy, all right, I have done a lot of different kind of jobs. Okay, I was an HR manager in a BPO. Then, I was also a personality development trainer for the trainees in a hotel management institute. Then I have worked as an aerobic instructor as well, because I always had that, I don't know, somehow the fitness thing has always charmed me. So I was always into that. So I have worked as an aerobic instructor as well, where, I had a very big group, you can call it group fitness classes. And I used to enjoy my work. Now, at the same time, while I was doing all these things, okay, I was also preparing for the various competitive exams, and believe me, like I also appeared for my first SSB interview at Varanasi for the Air Force, and I failed. All right, I had went through the whole process of 5 days. The screening was in, but towards the end, I didn't get through. So that was a stepping stone for me. And I'm sorry for using the word fail. Okay, I didn't fail. I learned. All right, I learned my lesson after that first SSB interview. And of course, after that, I started preparing for UPSC interviews and examination. This is what my father wanted me to do, and I had the inclination towards the Fauj. So while I was preparing for I had given my prelims. You wait for the result, right? And after that, you go ahead and give the mains. Now, while I was waiting for the result, I got a call for SSB interview at Bhopal. And to my surprise, it was a surprise for me because I was so engrossed in preparing for my UPSC examination. I totally forgot about this application which I had filled for the Indian Navy. But anyhow, I was totally overjoyed when I saw that call letter of for the SSB interview, and that was my calling. That was my calling. I knew that this is the time where I have to, do what was right, and the failure which just taught me what not to do and what to do in an SSB interview. So this is how I decided, like, okay, I'll drop the UPSC thing and I'm gonna go for the Indian Navy. So okay. Basically the failure actually put me forward to join the Indian Navy. Yeah.
Good, mom. Well, mom, if you can also put perspective on what year are we talking about, and you spoke about your experience in SSB.
Yeah, so, I'm talking about 2005, 2006.
Okay. Mom, if you could tell us, both your experience at Varanasi and then at Bhopal, how was your total journey of SSB? And how do you prepare back then? And after, you got conference out the first time, what are the various things that you did to, improve or to, improve your whole performance as such? And what tips you would like to give to the aspirants as well who'll be watching this?
Like I've already mentioned that my first SSB interview was at Varanasi for the Air Force. And though I cleared the screening part, I couldn't get through towards the end. I was conference out basically. So that day I didn't fail. Okay, that day was day when I learned about what not to do. Right. So why? What I'm saying is, what I mean is, like, an individual's self-concept is the core of his personality. Okay. uh, Now probably I feel that my personality was not that developed, right, when I had gone for the first SSB interview. Basically affects your every aspect of human behavior, how your ability to learn, the capacity to grow and change. So if you have that positive persona, then only get that confidence. Okay, now how do you develop that positive persona? It is not that one day you practice something positive, or one day you think positive, you develop that persona. No, it does not happen like that. A strong positive self-image is the key to success. Okay, which will only happen when you start researching, when you know what you're talking. Okay, you start researching on a topic, you want to learn more and more, you get that confidence automatically. Okay, for example, I say, like, I take any political topic, but if I don't know anything about that topic, I'll be just sitting quietly and watching people. And mind you, this confidence is not a day's affair. You have to keep preparing yourself one day at a time. It will not happen that I get a call for an interview, I just take 15 days course from some XYA academy, and I am there. It will not happen like that. Okay, academies which are there, it is just there to help you. Otherwise, ultimately, towards the end, what matters is your positive personality and nothing else. You might have great knowledge, but if you don't have a good personality, nothing will work out there. Okay, so like I said, when I failed my first interview, SSB interview, I when I came back, I, of course, everybody feels bad, right? I would not say I didn't feel, but the only positive thing was that I knew that, because since I had been through the process of those 5 days, I knew what I did and what I could have done. Self-analysis is very important. All right. Why, when, how? It's very important. It's very important to ask that question to yourself and look for those answers honestly. All right. So that is the reason I keep telling, whenever I meet somebody who looks forward for joining the Fauj, I keep saying that, you don't develop that personality in a day. What OLQs that examiner is looking for, it does not come in a day's time. Okay, you have to develop that kind of qualities in you. You have to practice those qualities in you. All right, so this is what I did when I came back from the SSB interview at Varanasi. Though I didn't concentrate only on the SSB interview for the next time. Of course, like I told you, I was preparing for my UPSC examination. But the uniform thing, the was always in my mind. Okay, and slowly and slowly, how you conduct, in fact, I was working as an HR manager, and I had a vast variety of people coming to where I was taking interviews for the company and all. So, the exposure actually helped me to build that confidence, and then, sail through the interview for the Indian Navy, the SSB interview at Bhopal. So I think that is it.
So how was your life within the academy, and any memories which you would like to share with the audience?
Yeah, I have wonderful memories of academy. Okay, and Indian Naval Academy is the place where you learn that your body can stand almost anything. Okay, it's your mind that you have to convince. And honestly speaking, there were times when I hated every minute of training. But there were times, there were times where I enjoyed every single second of the training. Okay, so I would not say that training is a cakewalk. Okay, if you compare, I feel SSB is a cakewalk, training is not. Okay, so the training in the INA is structured to develop, it has a purpose, right? So it is structured to develop the trainees morally, mentally, physically, and imbibe in them the high ideas of loyalty, valor, and patriotism. In order to provide service with officers who, you want officers who are dedicated to the career of Navy, right? So you have a structured training program, where you'll be trained, you get training for your mind and for your body. Okay, so and most of us, I'm just talking about the aspirants, most of us feel that I have studied enough, I have cracked the serious exam, I've cracked the interview, there will be no studies. No, once you are in the academy, your physical training, your mental training, both take place hand in hand. All right, you have to study a lot, especially in the INA. Okay, you have to study a lot. Okay, you have to give exams, you have to clear them, even if you don't have time. All right, so there's no stopgap. You just have to keep on learning. All right, learning never stops there. Now, talking about memorable moment, I would say I have many, but one instant which I always remember is, I'll just share with you guys. Okay, we have a drill squad test now. For people who don't know about this, I'll just elaborate on that. A drill squad test is, how you march, how you, it judges your power of command. So, you have a drill ustad, all right? They're like senior sailor who trains you. The clean march pass which you see on the Rajpath is actually the hard work of these guys who keep, haunting us all the time. So, you have, these drill ustads are very, they have a different personality. They'll be like, madam, हील को ऐसा डिग करो जमीन पर कि धरती फट जाए और टोपी हिल जाए. That kind of statement used to come from these guys. So I used to like the drill. Okay, I used to love marching, but when this marching is over and over again, of course you tend to get tired, right? So then we have a drill squad test on the same thing, where you are checked for your power command, the way you march and all. So that day, I had one thing in my mind, ki dharti fado or topi hilao. That sort of thing was in my mind. So when it started, actually, that moment when, you are given various command, basically, दाएं देख, बाएं देख, सीधे चल, पीछे मुड़. All right, all these commands are given, and you have to say it, and you have to march forward, back, side, and turn back, turn right. So it all is like planned, and it is like it should be clean cut. So that day, when I marched, all right, Actually, what happened? धरती तो नहीं फटी, but टोपी इतनी हिले कि नीचे गिर गई. You know, I cannot explain the kind of humor it was, because I was actually thinking about that, and I was digging my heel on that coal tar road, and my brain itna hil chuka tha. Towards the end, I was totally like, up. I was totally lost. Okay, exhausted. But that day, okay, after that day, actually, I won the drill squad test. I was given the award for the best women candidate cadet for this drill. So this is memorable because मेरे दिमाग में जो मुझे घुसाना था उस दिन, ड्रिल जो करना था ड्रिल के टाइम मैंने किया, और उसका जो वो आना था, what do you call, it was like, I was actually trying to do that. I was actually trying to crack the dharti and allow my topi here. So that actually is a very memorable moment, because I got my reward when I did my best. So that was one of the most memorable incidents when I was in the academy.
A logistic officer. So if you could tell us, one day in your life, how does it look like in terms of, roles, responsibility, and routine? If you could just give that perspective to everybody.
Logistic officer is a very busy man, whether it's on board or at sea, ashore or at sea. Now, a typical day when you go to office, a typical day starts with departmental briefing, then meeting, delegating duties to the sailors. Morning mein hamara hota hai. Then you have a lot of meetings with the HODs. Now, you must understand one thing: a logistic officer is not only taking care of one thing. The logistic officer hands are everywhere. Okay, you have to take care of the galley. Galley क्या होता है? Kitchen होता है. ठीक है, वहाँ जहाँ खाना बनता है. So your duty is to see that everything is neat and clean, because army marches on stomach. You must know that, right? So अगर आप अपने sailors को खाना अच्छा नहीं दे पाओगे, तो you're failing on your duty. Okay, so as an officer, we have to go and taste the food in the galley, see everything is spick and span, no injuries, everybody is happy. All right, now coming to financial part. As a logistic officer, you're also important to advise. You act as an advisor to your commanding officer. Because there are a lot of procurement cases which are taking place, and it goes to various levels. Okay, you have to get all these cases clear from the financial advisor above the the CDA. So it goes through various levels. So your job is to keep following up these files, and get these matters clear, get the procurement going. All right, it should not stop. Now coming to pay, right? A logistic officer also looks after the pay part. Unlike you have separate accounts officer in the Indian Air Force, we don't have that. We don't have anything separate. Logistic is one-man army. All right, providing the logistic support to the ship or the unit. And now, I would just give you a small this thing of what we do. All right. So we procure, and basically we are in provisioning. Basically, jo aap ration milta hai, we procure that. Ship may, from a nut to an engine, is procured by a logistic officer. There's a organization called Material Organization, which deals in procurement of all such things for the ship. All right. And then we have a naval pay office, where your आपके sailors का, आपके defense civilians and officers का, सबका आपका जो salaries होता है, उसका calculation होता है, everything is done by a logistic officer there in the naval pay office. So basically, in a nutshell, I would say, logistic officer have, it's a very wide area of responsibility. All right from your ration, right from your salaries, right from your material procurement. So, the man is totally busy in a day, So after the briefing, you're just, here taking care of the cases, looking after the galley, and of course, you also are given the duty of a divisional officer, where you have to, settle grievances, if any, of your sailors at your level. So, I should say that we are a total one-man army, and the most busiest people on board, or in a unit. So I would say there is never a dull moment, and it's highly satisfying, professionally satisfying career, if you look at that.
A skydiver and also a mountaineer. So how does a naval officer get all these opportunities? So do you volunteer for it, or how does that happen?
Oh yes, Navy gives you a lot of opportunities if you really want to do all these things. Seriously, but it is just that you have to be ready to take these opportunities. Okay. Now, I had the privilege of, basically, to opt for all these courses, for the mountaineering as well, for the skydiving, and I had this opportunity to actually lead my men for the RD parade as well. Again, that was a brilliant experience for me. I think that was in 2010. So, yeah, so the opportunities are many. Okay, so how you balance your work and in this opportunity is up to you. So Navy will always give you, okay, if you want to take this, take it. It is up to you whether you want to take it or you don't want to take it as an officer.
About the skydiving experience, if you could tell us, how is the whole process? Because I've read about, how skydiving selection happens, the level of training that happens. So what happened for you? And, how was your first experience when you, dived out of an aircraft? How did that feel like?
Okay, I wanted to do skydiving since long time, and I was not getting that opportunity, because when you are in unit, there's a responsibility entrusted on you, and when you have to choose, of course, first duty is to choose your job, right? Adventure can keep happening, right? So, but anyways, in 2000, I should say 16 or 17. Yeah, to 2017 it is, yeah. So I got this opportunity to go for this skydiving course, which was held in Agra. Now, I just wanted to dive. Okay, this was my first thing. I just wanted to dive, and you get a para badge. Okay, after that, when you do 5 jumps and all, so you get a para badge. So I had the job for the para badge. I really wanted that on my uniform. Now, I went, and believe me, it was very difficult for me to leave my 2-year-old kid back and go for this course, which was supposed to be 14, but it got extended for 21 days. Now, when I went there, of course, we consider people coming from armed forces to be fit. All right, so we don't need a separate orientation for fitness and all. Of course, the fitness was a part of our daily routine when I was there. Early morning, we used to have 2-hour session where we used to warm up our body, do a lot of exercise for the back, and just get our muscles into some line. So so I was there, and before diving, okay, diving is one part, Before diving, you have to go through classes. Okay, you have to understand what you're going to do up in the sky. It is not that कि आज तुमको मैं यहाँ ले जाऊंगा और मैं ऊपर जहाज से छोड़ दूंगा और तुम्हारा पैराशूट खुल जाएगा और तुम नीचे लैंड हो जाएगा. So it doesn't happen like that. Okay, you have to read. You have to understand the basic concept, how you're flying, what time the parachute is going to open, okay, and what sort of parachute you have, okay. So if you not know all these things, I'm sure you would just land up dead there. So you need to understand what you're doing. So for that, you have basically for the first week, you only have classes. Okay, you have physical activity and you have classes. Once you know what you're doing, then they take you up just to give you the hang of what you're doing. And believe you me, no matter how confident you are in, actually when you are up 3,500 up in the sky, you actually feel the air, and your heart starts thumping. This is my experience, and as well as experience of my friends who were there with me. They were from different things. They were from Navy, as well as there was a batch from the Army as well. Now that experience cannot be explained in words. Okay, this is your individual experience, how you feel, especially for those who have phobias. I shouldn't say, I mean, you can dare to go there, but then I don't know how you'll feel, because I didn't have that phobia of height, yes, but I was scared. I'll honestly put it there. But then, jab karna hai to karna hai, when you have that thing in your mind, you don't think, ek fauji ko agar bologe ye karo, to he'll just jump on that. So you're like that. So, same thing happened for the first jump. All right, first jump is always memorable. First jump, I just said, okay, fine. What I'm here for, to jump. And I didn't think about anything else, okay? I just jumped for the aircraft. And somehow I landed. It was not a very soft landing, I would say. It was a hard landing, because, you kind of, after first landing, you understand how the mechanics work, how your body works, and, all those things. So, but I jumped, that's what matters. And yeah, this is my skydiving experience in the Indian Navy and how I went for the skydiving.
Got it, mom.
After that, I did 5 jumps more,
okay.
To earn my badge.
Got it, mom. Mom, you have served in Indian Navy, you have various experiences. So if I can ask, 3 life lessons that you have learned from the service, which you still cherish. Any 3?
First and foremost lesson which I have learned from Indian Navy as well as the academy is that your body is capable of doing wonders. Believe you me, when I say that, your body is capable of doing wonders, and you just have to take that first step. Only thing which is stopping you is your inhibitions. All right. If you feel that you cannot do pull-ups, chin-ups, you just forget about it. Try it. Okay, try it, and just don't tell your mind that you can't. Once you tell that, it's all in your mind. Navy trains your mind as well as your body. So once you train your mind that nothing is impossible, my body can do a lot. This is what I learned. And, our body are capable of doing a lot of things. And, you just have to take that first step. And this has actually helped me to take a lot of challenges of life, mind you. Okay. Second thing is, I should say, very important lesson which I have learned is about leadership. Okay, you don't become a leader by force. You don't become leader by coming into power. Okay, you lead with an example. All right, um, you empower people. That is a leader. All right, you get that change. That is the leader. You don't use your power to mold things and get things done. That is not a leader. So the leadership which I have learned is all from Fauj, and I must thank Indian Navy through this portal for giving me this opportunity and learn to be a good leader. All right. So third thing I would say is the physical fitness, because gosh, we have annual medicals, we have physical efficiency test to test our physical fitness. So I think this is one thing which has taught me that you have to take care of your body. All right, if you're not fit, then there are the trail of things which will follow you. All right, and this is what Navy does to you. It'll just keep nudging you that you have to be fit. But you have your medical examination, you have to be under certain weight category, then you have your physical efficiency test, and all these things actually get ingrained in your system. Even if you're out of Forge, it gets ingrained in the system, and then it becomes a lifestyle. So I believe these things, three things, of course, things which I have learned and I'm taking from Navy.
Got it, mom. Mom, my next question would be, there are a lot of officers who retire and, they get into corporate, they become entrepreneurs. So what other opportunities does, armed forces officer get once they retire as a short service or permanent commission? Also, you are a fitness trainer, you can tell us how did you venture into this and everything about it.
Okay. Well, I believe each day, each new day is a new opportunity to improve yourself. Therefore, opportunities don't happen. You have to create it, right? So I would say that post retirement from armed forces, you come out as a leader, and there's a plethora of job opportunities for you outside. But what matters most is what you want to do. Okay, so there will be people who would like to join the corporate. There would be people who would like me, who would like to set up their own thing, start a new venture. And there would be people who would go into education field. Once you are from the out from the armed forces, I believe you don't have to look for opportunity. One will create those opportunities and do what you want to do. All right. Now, talking about my venture, I was into fitness, like I told you before, even joining Forge. I was an aerobic instructor. So my inclination towards fitness was always there. Now, while I was in Navy during my service, Navy had always ensured that I keep physically fit. So, believe you may, it is I lost. After my first pregnancy, I was weighing 32 kilos up. Okay, and donning the uniform back was like I was not very happy with myself. So I started exploring more on this fitness part. This is where I started lifting weights. Earlier, I was doing more of cardio, basically you run and do all that thing. But losing 32 kilos was a battle for me, and and it all happened because slowly it happened. I went back and lost 32 kilos, of course, and was wearing my uniform back again. So I got this idea of weight training from there. When I started reading about it, in fact, I had the first experience on myself itself. I started lifting. I was amazed to see the result, how it affects you. And mind you, training, whether it's physical, it's all about your mind. Okay, if you are not able to convince your mind for what you're doing, you will never see the result. Okay, so I think it was more of training my mind, my body, and making fitness uncomplicated. You see these days, you see, when we have somebody doing 20 minutes of HIIT, you sweat, you burn this many calories. Then you see somebody doing okay, ab burner, then chest burner, then back, and all those things. This is not the way you train. And then you come up with a lot of people saying वे प्रोटीन खाने से बॉडी बन जाती है, वे प्रोटीन खाने से वेट लूज हो जाता है, नींबू पानी पी लो वेट लूज हो जाता है. All these things, you have so many information, or I must say misinformation, in the Google Baba keeps telling you all these things. Google Baba, what I feel, will answer what you're thinking. So you already have the answer, and Google Baba will tell you, yes, you're right. So with that kind of information available, I felt that I have to start with my own venture where I make things complicated for people. So this is how I started Joy's Way to Fitness. And now I am training people from all of the world. I have clients from Canada, US, Singapore, and yeah, I am totally happy with what I am doing.
Got it, Mom. Mom, my final question to you would be, what will be your message to all the defense aspirants, who will be watching this?
And I really wanted to send this message to all my defense aspirants. Now, I have seen, I have in fact interacted with a lot of youngsters who have been through this SSB interview, uh, who have cracked it in first attempt, who have not cracked it in first attempt, and who are giving a lot of attempts. Still, they are working on it. Now, the message is, first thing, you always remember 4 things. Okay, guys, if you're listening to me, always remember 4 things. First most thing is purpose. Okay, what is your purpose? Have that clarity in your mind. मैं क्या के लिए कर रहा हूं, मैं क्या के लिए जा रहा हूं, मुझ में क्या चीजें दिखनी चाहिए कि मैं SSB के लिए SSB को मैं क्लियर करूं. Right, these questions you should ask yourself. Clarity of mind is very important. The moment you have some confusion in here, everything goes haywire. Second is passion, which is very important. Now, I have seen people, I am very passionate about Fauj and all that thing. But what do you mean by passion? First, understand that. Passion is something which will not let you sleep. Okay. ऐसा जोश, ऐसा जज्बा होना चाहिए कि आपको नींद ही नहीं आए कि मेरा इंटरव्यू आ रहा है, मैं कुछ करूं. अपना personality, like I have already spoken about personality. It does not happen in a day's time. You have to keep working on that. Okay, you have to develop a positive, confident personality. Confidence तभी आएगा जब आप खूब रिसर्च करोगे किसी चीज में, आपको उस बारे में बात करने का खुद को कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा, एंड आपका वो पर्सनालिटी खुद ही पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा. ओके, थर्ड इज सेल्फ डिटर्मिनेशन, which is very important. Are you determined enough to go for the SSB interview? आप जो करना चाहिए आप कर रहे हो, या आप ये सोच के बैठे हो कि I'll just take that capsule course from some academy and I'm going to crack it? It will not happen like that. Okay, you have to be at it. Be at it. First फेल हुआ कोई बात नहीं, सेकंड फेल हुआ कोई बात नहीं, until and unless तुम्हारा एज नहीं खत्म होता है, you just keep trying. I have seen people even making it at 16th attempt. Okay, so just keep trying. Self determination. Okay, आपको और जगह से कोई मोटिवेशन नहीं चाहिए, आपका मोटिवेशन अंदर से खुद आना चाहिए, right? Now the last and very important part is your confidence. Okay, confidence again कैसे build-up होता है? पढ़ाई करके, observe करके, आपके environment में absorb करके, ठीक है? ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि आज आपका फेल हुआ तो you should always ask yourself अब क्या, okay, अब क्या, आगे क्या, अब क्या, कैसे, till the time you don't answer this question, all these questions honestly to yourself, तब तक आपका वो पॉजिटिव पर्सनालिटी, कॉन्फिडेंट पर्सनालिटी कभी नहीं बनेगा, बिकॉज आप उस अंधेरे में रहोगे कि मैं पता नहीं क्यों फेल हो गया, मैं अच्छा था या मैं अच्छी थी बट फिर भी मुझे नहीं लिया गया. Don't have those grunts. Mind you, these examiners, these GTOs are well-trained people. They observe you for your personality. You just cannot fool them. Okay, so वो personality आपको धीरे 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 आपको develop करना है. Okay, if you are actually looking to don the uniform. Guys, armed forces is a wonderful service. Where you get something, when you get this opportunity to do something for your country, and of course, you earn a good salary, living and enjoy your life. So be at it. Okay, be at it. और हर समय जब भी आप कभी अगर खुदा ना खास्ता इंटरव्यू आपका फेल होता है तो इसके आगे क्या, ये क्वेश्चन को ऑनेस्टली आंसर करना सीखो, ठीक है? डू नॉट स्टॉप देयर, ऑलवेज आंसर दैट क्वेश्चन टू योरसेल्फ ऑनेस्टली, इसके आगे क्या, नाउ व्हाट. ऑलराइट, so this is my message to all the defense aspirants and all the best to you guys.
Got it, mom. Thanks a lot for your time, ma'am. You gave us a lot of insight about how life of a logistic officer looks like, and your tips for how can we improve personality, the self concept, and everything. So thanks a lot again, ma'am, for your time. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Jai Hind to you and all the best to you as well.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye bye.